Hey guys, Brian from Boas here. Well, I have some 2021 born Locality Boas for sale now, and today I want to give you a close-up look of some of them, as well as let you know information about my sales if you're possibly interested in acquiring one of them. So be sure to stay tuned. So these are Boas born last year, and I have sometimes Boas which are born too late in the season for me to establish them and then to get them shipped out during the window when the weather's still warm enough. And I actually had a Suriname true red-tailed litter born that this is actually the father, this beautiful male Suriname born here in 2014. But anyway, these animals, I was holding them over the winter. I decided I wanted to keep a pair, just wanted to grow them up a bit, see how they look before making my decision. And it was a really hard decision because they're all such nice animals. So I have some of these animals for sale right now, which I'll show you in a minute. But again, as I mentioned, this is the father. He was the standout and the #1 holdback from my first litter of Surinames back in 2014. One of the most beautiful true red tails I've ever produced, and definitely a favorite of mine. I also like his temperament, and just a really beautiful top shelf animal. And the babies are taking after him quite a bit, which I'll show you in a minute. But then I also have some other types of Locality Boas available as well. We'll take a quick look with my close-up lens, and then afterwards I'll say a little bit about where you can go if you want to check out more information and possibly purchase one of my Boas. So here we have Suriname 2M. This is a male from the litter, and unfortunately this guy doesn't really want to hold still, but hopefully you can get a pretty good idea of how he looks. Real nice Suriname, beautiful red tail, nice peak saddles, just a real nice looking animal. And he's actually exiting the tub. So there he is again. Hopefully he'll cooperate a little bit. But these guys are real well started. They're eating full-size adult mice about every 10 to 14 days. And we'll do a close-up. You can see beautiful, nice, deep, dark red tail. Nice looking saddles. Oh, a beautiful head. I'll show you one more from the litter. This is male 5, and so this is another real top-notch animal. In fact, it came down to this guy or the one other animal as far as the holdback. I was only going to hold back one male. It was a really tough decision. I probably could have held back any of these, and they're all really nice quality. But this is M5. You can see beautiful tail, nice peaky saddles. This guy just has this great kind of overall look with the combination of color and contrast that I really look for in a true red tail. So real nice animal. Take a look at those head markings. This guy will hold still for a sec. Just a real lovely animal. So actually his father is paired up right now with a different female, so hopefully I'll have some more of this particular bloodline available this summer. I actually have another pair of Surinames that I have decided to sell from 2021. And this was a holdback pair that I was originally holding back from my Prometheus line. These are completely unrelated to the other litter I just showed you. This is actually the male. The female's in shed right now, but this is just a super nice animal. I just love the saddle shape, and look at that tail. It's just so gorgeous. Really beautiful looking animal for someone looking for a real top shelf example of a Suriname true red tail. Okay, so he's really not holding still that much, but hopefully I can get some close-up shots so you can see just how amazing this guy is. And it was kind of hard. I want to keep all my Boas, but especially ones that look like this. But with all the animals I'm expecting this year, and my limited amount of space I have, I just have to let some go. And so hopefully someone that's looking for a really nice Boa, this will fit the bill. Beautiful Prometheus bloodline, male Suriname true red tail. In addition to those Suris, I have a few of these Pearl Island Boas, the Saboke Boas, left over from 2021. So these guys are now almost a year old. They were born about last May, so they're really well started. You can see they have beautiful light colors. They're not known for sitting still, but this guy is actually cooperating quite a bit right now. He's trying to get it out of the tub, but you can see most of his body. And they have this beautiful light hypomelanistic appearance and often a lot of white scales towards their belly. And these beautiful kind of brownish or reddish tail blotches, although you can see most of the body is patternless. And you can see they're a very slender boa adapted to life in the trees. Here's a close-up of his head, and you can see the very distinctive head shape. They have these kind of long snouts, kind of flared nostrils, and big eyes. Very cool looking boa. I would say that as far as a pet, these probably aren't the best boa for someone who wants to take a animal out and handle, because they can be a little nippy, although mine are typically not really nippy at all. This guy's been real calm, hasn't attempted to bite or anything like that. I have seen though in some of my adults, they'll be apparently fine and docile, and then they'll suddenly kind of go into a wild mode and kind of strike at me. So again, not the best for a handleable pet, but for someone that wants something a little different as far as locality animals, you can't beat these Pearl Island saboge boas. One more 2021 baby available now is this male longicata longtail boa, or Toomey's boa, and this was actually one of my holdbacks that I was keeping from last year. I had a litter last year that sold out really fast, but I was keeping some animals as holdbacks, and now because of my anticipated babies for 2022, unfortunately I have to make some room, and so after some careful decision making, I've decided this guy is going to be on the market. Beautiful Toomey's boa, and as you probably know, these guys get darker as they get bigger, and I'll show you his mother in a few minutes. But this is a Beset bloodline animal who will get much darker as he gets bigger. You can see he's quite a bit more mellow than that saboge boa we just looked at. They don't, take off nearly as much. A joy to handle. Just a really cool subspecies of kind of a mid-sized boa that gets to be about 5 to 7 feet and has these beautiful dark markings. And there's a close-up of his head. They have really cool head markings, especially as they get older. They have kind of this dark blotch on the side and top of their heads and lots of dark pigment. What's cool about these guys is the litters have a lot of variety. Every animal looks a little bit different, but they all kind of get darker as they get bigger. I have another pairing going on this year, so hopefully I'll have some from my other bloodline available, but this guy is remaining from the 2021 Beset bloodline litter that I had last year. So I'm going to give you some sales information in a minute, but first I thought I'd get out a few more parents of the offspring that we have for sale. And first, this is the mother of the Pearl Island Boas. This female is about 8 years old. She's a pretty large adult Pearl Island Boa, probably about 7 feet. I don't really handle her a lot since she started out quite aggressive and nippy, but she definitely has calmed down. As you can see, she's tolerating this handling session, and I might have to put her back in 30 seconds or so, but hopefully I won't draw any blood. But real beautiful animal. You can see how elongated she is and kind of slender, but a real graceful look, beautiful iridescence, and these light sides with this overall golden olive brown color. Just a really cool locality boa for someone that wants something a little bit different. And one more boa parent. This is the mother of the longicata longtail boa that I have available. This is a Beset bloodline female. She was born in 2015. So you can see how much darker she is than the baby I showed you. Although the baby will definitely get darker and he'll look more like this when he's an adult. Although every animal is different, so it probably won't look exactly like this. But you can just see how beautiful and dark this animal is. And I just love the dark head markings, the spear on the top of the head, and the stripes on the face. Just beautiful looking animal. This female is probably about 5.5 feet. She's not a really huge boa. They're generally pretty handleable and mellow. One of the more enjoyable animals to handle. Just beautiful to look at, the longicata longtail boa. And so I just wanted to say a little bit about where these animals are available. So I have ads up now on faunaclassifieds.com, and there's a link in the description under this video that you can go to. And so you can check out the individual pictures, the prices, and more specific information of each animal that's available. In the past, I've had some issues with people contacting me through Fauna. So rather than contacting me through the Fauna message system, it's probably better if you just send me an email. And my email is cleowolf@yahoo.com. That's CLEOWOLFE@yahoo.com, and I'll put that below. So if you see an animal you're interested in, if you want more questions, just shoot me an email. I have a terms of sale, and my policy is that everyone needs to read the terms of sale and just make sure that they're okay with it, and that they agree to the terms of sale before we enter into any kind of transaction. So if you send me an email, I can send you the terms of sale, and then we can go from there. But hopefully you've seen an animal that you might potentially like. If you miss out, maybe you waited a little too long to reach out to me, I hope to have a lot more animals in a few months. So I have a very busy and active breeding season right now. So hopefully if you aren't able to get the animal you want this time around, you can pick something up in a few months. So as always, please stay tuned. Watching these videos is the best place to tune in for information about available animals and my animal sales. And yeah, I hope you see something you like. Shoot me any questions. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your boas.